So you can see on the right here I've got the Paperwhite, and on the left the Kindle Touch. They look kind of similar at this point because the Paperwhite's built-in light isn't visible. But if we turn the Touch on, and you'll recognize that screen, and now you're going to see something completely different. And when you turn it on, it's now come to life. You swipe in any direction on this. It doesn't matter where you swipe. It's not constrained. And there's the difference. You're seeing almost an LCD type brightness, but it's a soft light that is shining down into the screen and makes it very easy to read, of course, in the dark as well as in the light. The way it's controlled on the home screen, there's a button here, and you'll see that if you take it all the way down, the screens are very similar. Now you're still looking at the underlying e-ink screen, but if you take it all the way up on the brightness, you reveal the brightness of the Paperwhite. Some other things which are, you'll notice there is a physical home button on the Touch, and to reach the home button on the, there is no physical button on the Paperwhite, so you touch the home icon up there. The touch screen seems more responsive. It's a different design. I don't know if you can see on here, but the touch screen is much deeper set in because it's an optical touch screen, and there are sensors figuring out where your finger is touching. And whereas this is a capacitive screen on the Paperwhite, so if you actually are touching it, in my experience, it just seems to be a little faster. And if you're going to highlight something, the motion of dragging is very quick on the Paperwhite. It's of course not bad on the Touch as well. It's similar, and but you'll feel a difference. In my use of it over the past couple of days, the responsiveness of this screen seems better than the other one. One thing you'll notice in the Touch, the new Paperwhite, that's pretty cool, is that you can see how much time it's going to take for you to read to the next chapter. So in other words, if I queue up War and Peace here, I'm still reading War and Peace, and I go to the menu and I go to Reading Progress there. I touch that, and I've got some choices. I can choose Time Left in Chapter, and now I don't know if you can get down there to see that. You probably can't, but it's saying 4 minutes left in chapter. So in other words, it's timing how quickly I'm reading it and telling me that, if I'm about to fall asleep and I want to get to the end of the chapter, I've got 4 minutes to go there. Page turns, I think, are supposed to be a little faster on the Paperwhite. So there's the speed on the Touch. Paperwhite, it's noticeably faster. If we do a little test here, I'll try to tap at exactly the same time, and the Paperwhite is just jumping ahead, so you've got a little faster speed on that. The weight of the Paperwhite is essentially the same as the Touch. The Paperwhite is 7 3/4 ounces. The Touch is 7 5/8 ounces, so just 1/8 of an ounce difference. But one thing that I think will probably be the case is that if you put the standard case on the Touch, which has the light in it, which is by far the best way. There are other lights out there, but with this built-in light to the case, you've got a nice cover for the Touch. Well, the Touch is not available anymore, so this is just sort of showing what's improved. The weight of this cover with the light is 12 7/8 ounces. If you get the Kindle cover, which costs $39.99, it's $20 cheaper than that lighted cover was, and you just settle that in there, it makes a very nice snug fit. And also what's cool is that it has kind of a magnetic close, and when it closes it goes to sleep, and when you open it, it opens up. And this is as I say, a little bit lighter when you have the combination, because this case doesn't have a light built into it. I think it's a pretty significant improvement in this basic Touch Kindle, or this is now the top of the line Kindle, and I think that if you're you know, you're ready for a new Kindle. Certainly the touch works great, and but the cleaner design and the speed, and especially the built-in light, make the Kindle White certainly worth taking a look, and it's become, I'd say, my favorite Kindle at this point. I do like the $69 Kindle, which is much lighter, but this has really the ability to do the highlights and everything with a touch keyboard, I think is much more desirable. Some things it doesn't have, of course, is there's no place for you to do audio, and there are no speakers. There does seem to be like a microphone in here. I wonder if there is a microphone built in for future use, and there's no physical home button. That's some first impressions of the new Kindle Paperwhite.